Hello all. Now we will discuss income tax provisions with respect to retirement benefits. Under retirement benefits, if you see, gratuity will be there, leave encashment, pension, voluntary retirement scheme compensation, and others. So first one is gratuity. Yeah. So under gratuity, we will discuss first of all what is gratuity. What is gratuity? And then any income tax exemption is available or not. Before that, whether gratuity is taxable or not, we will discuss. And then any exemption is available or not, we will discuss. If available, to what type of employees it is available, we will discuss. And also, at what point of time, if employee receives this gratuity income is exempted, we will discuss. And quantum of exemption, we will discuss. Yeah. First one is what is gratuity? Gratuity means it is a lump sum amount payable by the company in generally at the time of retirement. It is a kind of gratitude from the company. Company has recognized employees' past services. As employee is retiring and no more is getting any salary, and therefore company is offering the gratuity. Yeah. Now, whether gratuity is taxable under income tax law. If taxable, where it is mentioned, under which section it is mentioned, under which head it is taxable. If you see section 17(1), section 17, subsection 1, it has clearly says salary definition includes any gratuity. It means gratuity is taxable under the head income from salaries. It is clear now. Yes. So taxability is there. Now we will move into any exemption is available, that we will discuss. So before that, gratuity can be paid by the company at what point of time? That is, gratuity payment can be made by the company when the employee is in service. Employee is in service. That is, employee has not yet retired. At this point of time also, company can pay. Suppose one example, if you see, employee has done some extraordinary job. He has done some research and invented some machine because of which company has earned enormous profits. So company has recognized the employee service and company wants to pay gratuity during the course of employment itself. Then another stage, this is first, at this point of time company can pay. Another stage is at the time of retirement. At the time of retirement. Normally gratuity will be paid at this stage only. And third one is at the time of death. Employee has died when he is in the service. So at this stage also company may pay. And afterwards we will discuss type of employee. So type of employee, if you see, type of employee also generally three types. Government employee, employee may be government employee. Government employee means like Department of Post, Department of Railways, some ministry employees working in some ministry. PSU employees are not considered as government employee. Now, other than government employee, there may be one chance other than government employee. So within this category, that is other than government employee, again, if employee is covered under Gratuity Act, not covered under Gratuity Act. Okay, so we are discussing now gratuity payment, can be made at what point of time we have discussed, and what are the types of employees also we have discussed. So depending on these two categories, the exemption provisions will vary. Understood? Now we will have some brief introduction on Payment of Gratuity Act. If you understand Payment of Gratuity Act, gratuity exemption provisions you can easily understand. Yeah. This is the abstract of the Payment of Gratuity Act. Payment of Gratuity Act. The relevant extract I have copied. Under section 4. Section 4 says payment of gratuity. When it is to be paid? When employee has rendered continuous service for not less than 5 years. If employee has rendered more than 5 years or equal to 5 years, employee is eligible to receive the gratuity amount under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. At what point of time gratuity can be received? Gratuity can be received at the time of, gratuity can be received at the time of superannuation, at the time of retirement or resignation, or at the time of death or disablement due to accident or disease. So these are the instances at which gratuity can be paid, which are specified in the Payment of Gratuity Act. That is fine. Now, why we are referring the Payment of Gratuity Act is, here they have quantified the gratuity amount payable, which is important to understand the income tax exemption on gratuity. Yeah. If you see section 4, subsection 2, if you see, for every completed year of service or part thereof, please note it, part thereof, in excess of 6 months. That means for every completed year of service, that means employee has worked some 30 years. So how many years he has completed? 30 years he has completed. Suppose employee has worked 30 years 9 months. So 9 months is a part, and the 9 months is, as it is in excess of 6 months, that is 9 months is more than 6 months, then it can be rounded up to 31 years. So 30 years 9 months can be rounded up to 31 years. That is also there in the Gratuity Act itself. Now, employer shall pay gratuity to an employee at the rate of 15 days wages based on last drawn wages by the employee. So what the Payment of Gratuity is saying under section 4 subsection 2, 15 days wages for each completed year of service or part thereof in excess of 6 months can be paid as a gratuity. Understood? It has prescribed in the Gratuity Act itself. And if you come to subsection 3, maximum ceiling also prescribed. Amount of gratuity payable to an employee shall not exceed 10 lakh rupees. In the year 2018, amendment has been brought. Based on that amendment, it has been increased to 20 lakhs. From 10 lakhs, it has been increased to 20 lakhs. So now you have understood that there is a statutory limit of 20 lakhs, and also gratuity quantification or determination also made in the Payment of Gratuity Act, that is, which is 15 days salary. 15 days salary or wages for every completed year of service. That 15 days salary is what? Last drawn salary. Means employee throughout his career he may be drawing at different pay scales. At the time of joining he may be drawing 1000. At the time of retirement he may be drawing 1 lakh. So which salary you have to consider? Last drawn salary. So just before the retirement, what was his salary? That is to be considered for the purpose of arriving the gratuity. Now come back to our income tax provisions. So if you see here, section 10, subsection 10 gives the exemption on gratuity income. So section 10, subsection 10 says exemption from gratuity income. So these are all we have discussed. So gratuity at what point of time can be payable? During the continuation of service, during the termination of service, after death of employee. All these three occasions we have discussed. Again, type of employee also we have discussed. Government employee, other than government employee. If other than government employee, whether employee is covered under Gratuity Act or not, we have to see. See, mind here, not the company, whether employee is covered under Gratuity Act or not, it is to be seen. Now, first case. So at time frame, during the continuation of service, when employee is in service, he has received the gratuity. In this occasion, in this situation, you need not see whether employee is a government employee or other than government employee or covered under Gratuity Act or not. You need not see. So during the service, when any employee receives, for all cases it is taxable. Fully taxable, that is 100% it is taxable. There is no exemption. Exemption is available at this case and this case. Termination of service. See, actually it is not termination. Termination means it meaning appears like forcefully company retrenches. So it should be at the time of retirement or superannuation or at the time of designation. Okay, next. Case B. Gratuity received at the time of termination of service by government employee. So case B. Employee is what employee? Government employee. Here, blindly keep it in your mind. Income tax law wants to give the exemption when gratuity payment is in line with the Gratuity Act. Income tax wants to give the income tax law wants to give the 100% exemption. So if suppose one company is following line to line of the Gratuity Act, then 100% exemption income tax law wants to give. Okay. Now, if the employee is government employee, by default, government will 100% comply the provisions of the Gratuity Act. So there may not be any chance for any deviation from the law. Law means here Gratuity Act. So when 100% when government is following payment of Gratuity Act, so for government employees it is 100% exempted under section 10 subsection 10 clause 1. Understood? So it is fully exempted from tax. Next case. Now, one is type of employee. If you see government employee it is fully exempted because government will follow 100% the provisions of the Gratuity Act. Other one is other than government, that may be private company, PSUs, foreign company, whatever it is. Okay. Again, within that, covered under employees covered under Gratuity Act are not we have to see. Okay. Now suppose employees covered by payment of Gratuity Act. Normally, Gratuity Act is applicable to all factories, establishment, oil fields, and also if workforce is more than 10, Gratuity Act is applicable. Okay, so majority of the cases employees will fall under this category only. Okay, yeah. So here the problem comes because income tax department may not have confidence whether private companies whether they will follow 100% provisions of Gratuity Act. So that is the reason they have put all these ceilings. So 100% exemption they are not giving. They are giving exemption subject to these three clauses. So first one is what? Actual gratuity received. Actual gratuity received. So remember, any exemption is limited to the receipt. Exemption cannot be more than the what it has been received. Suppose employee has been paid some 5 lakhs gratuity. Exemption cannot be more than 5 lakhs. Exemption cannot be, exemption cannot be 6 lakhs. So automatically maximum exemption will be limited to the gratuity. So this you have understood now. Then 20 lakhs. This 20 lakhs also we already discussed. It is there in the Gratuity Act. Maximum ceiling is kept there itself. So this has been brought here also. So some companies what they do, some whole-time director or managing director retires, they will be giving some crores of money as gratuity. So income tax law has restricted the exemption to 20 lakhs. In line with the payment of Gratuity Act. Now, 15 days salary for every completed year of service. So this also there in the Gratuity Act. Under section 4, subsection 2, it is there. So same thing, it is a replica from the payment of Gratuity Act. So 15 days for every completed year of service. For example, employee has worked some 30 years. 4 months. 30 years, 4 months. So how many completed years? 30 years only. Because 4 is being less than 6 months, we should not consider these 4 months as 1 year. So that is the reason it is 30 years only. Instead of 4 months, suppose if it is 7 months, you have to consider it as a 1 more year and it will become 31 years. Now for each year, that is for 30 years, you have to pay 15 days salary. 15 days salary you have to pay. 15 days salary. Monthly salary if you take, that is last drawn salary is 1 lakh. Then normally what you have to put? 30 days you have to put. But being Sundays will be there, you have to consider 26 days only. So how much under 3, how much is the quantification? 30 years into 15 by 26 into 1 lakh. So all these three you have to compare, whichever is less, that is minimum will be given as exemption. Clear? So we have discussed non-government employee covered under Payment of Gratuity Act. Now we will see non-government employee not covered under Payment of Gratuity Act. That also we will see, which is almost similar to this provision. So here if you see, here also same thing. Actual gratuity received 20 lakhs limit. Here also completed year of service into average salary per month. Whereas in earlier case it is last drawn salary. Last drawn salary. Normally salary means basic plus DA. DA means dearness allowance. So dearness allowance is to compensate the employee regarding increase in prices. So when prices are going up, employee will be compensated by way of DA. So last drawn salary means you have to consider always basic plus DA. So under this category that is not covered under Payment of Gratuity Act, similar to the earlier case it is 15 by 26. Here it is 1/2. Both are almost same. 1/2 means 15 by 30. Okay, both are almost same. So 15. In this case, 1/2 into completed year of service. Okay. Here the benefit of in excess of 6 months it is not available. That is, earlier case 30 years, 6 months means we have given completed years of service is 31 years. But in this category, 30 years, 6 months also it is 30 years only. That is the one minor difference between the earlier category and this category. Earlier category 15 by 26 is there, that is one difference. Then completed year of service means here 30 years, 6 months means 30 years only. It is not 31 years. And also earlier category it is last drawn salary. Under this category, average salary per month. So what are the differences? Let us see. This is covered under gratuity, it is not covered. That is section 10, subsection 10, clause 2. This is section 10, subsection 10, clause 3. So here, first let us talk about similarities. Similarities is, in exemption if you see 3 clauses are there. One is exemption limit is restricted to the actual gratuity received. That is there under this category as well as this category also it is there. It is similar. Then 20 lakh statutory limit it is there in this category and in this category also. Okay. Now dissimilarities if you see, here for clause 3 only, that is condition 3, third condition only, there are some minor differences. In this case it is 15 by 26. In this case it is 1/2. In this case completed year of service means, in case of part completion of the year, that is only employee has worked for some 7 months. 7 months will be considered as one full year, whereas it is not so in this category. 7 months, any months will not be considered. Then here last drawn salary. So last drawn salary. Last drawn salary means what? Basic plus DA. Whereas here the word used is average salary. Average salary. So average salary means basic plus DA plus percentage of commission on turnover. Percentage of commission on turnover. And the average salary means 10 months average you have to calculate. Suppose employee is retired in December month he has retired. That means prior to December you have to take 10 months and these 10 months average salary you have to arrive. So these are all the differences between category 2 and 3. Let us proceed to the study material. So these are all we have already discussed. Completed year of service 7 years 9 months means 7 years only. Unlike those who are covered under Gratuity Act. Here average salary means 10 months average salary. That is 10 months immediately preceding the month of retirement. And salary means basic plus DA plus commission as a percentage on turnover. Okay. Now let us solve one problem. Mr. Oldman retired from his job after 29 years 6 months and 15 days of service on 17th December 2022. He has retired on December 2022 in the month of. Received gratuity amount is 4 lakhs. So in general 4 lakhs is taxable. It is taxable under salary head. Because salary definition includes gratuity. However, exemption is there under section 10, subsection 10, clause 1, 2, 3. 1 is meant for government employee, 2 is meant for non-government employee covered under Gratuity Act, 3 is meant for non-government employee not covered under Gratuity Act. Fine. Now, problem says all the salary elements. Basic is 6,000 per month. Basic is given as 6,000. BMS allowance is 1,200. Fine. HRA and all we need not consider for arriving the exemption. Commission on turnover, that is 1% commission, 1%. Okay. So commission on turnover is 1%. Commission on profit also we need not consider. It is not considered as salary for the purpose of calculation of gratuity exemption only. See, HRA is also taxable, but for the purpose of arriving salary under gratuity provisions, you should not consider. Okay. Next, he got an increment on 1st April 2022, 1,000 per month. So this 6,000 basically at the time of retirement. So prior to April, what was his basic salary? 6,000 minus 1,000. April onwards only he has been given 1,000 increment. Okay. Turnover also given. Calculate his taxable gratuity if he is a government employee. Yes. So now government employees, as I already discussed, section 10, subsection 10, clause 1 says fully exempted. Logic also we have discussed. Why it is fully exempted? Because government follows 100% compliance will be there. Government will not deviate any of the provisions of the Payment of Gratuity Act. Exemption is 100%. Because government will pay maximum ceiling only, they will pay 20 lakhs only. Unlike private companies, government will not pay more than 20 lakhs. See, suppose 100% exemption, if it is extended to private companies, what will happen? Crores of rupees will be exempted. So that is the reason all those conditions have come into picture. So those conditions won't be there for government employee. Yes. Now, second one, non-government employee covered by the Payment of Gratuity Act. So non-government employee covered by Payment of Gratuity Act. So how much is the taxable gratuity? 4 lakhs it is taxable. So how much now exemption we have derived? First condition is what? Actual gratuity received, that is 4 lakhs. Second condition is what? 20 lakhs. Third condition is what? Last drawn salary. Last drawn salary how much? Basic 6,000 plus DA 1200. That is 7,200. So 7,200 into 15 days salary only we have to pay. 15 by 26. 15 by 26. It is not 1 by 2. 1/2 is applicable if employee is not covered under payment of gratuity. So completed years of service, so how many years are there? 29 years, 6 months means what? 30. So if it is more than 6 months, in excess of 6 months you have to consider it as a full year. So 29 plus 1, 30. So this comes around 1,24,6. It is a calculation only. 1,24,615. So whichever is lower will be given as exemption. Whichever is lower means what? 1,24,615. So out of 4 lakhs gratuity income, how much is the exemption? 1,24,615. Balance, that is 4 lakhs minus 1,24,615 is taxable. So out of 4 lakhs, 1,24,615 is given as exemption. Balance is taxable. Understood? Now coming to other case. Non-government employee not covered by payment of gratuity. So other case also, first two conditions are common. Only third condition only, instead of 15 by 26 you have to take 1 by 2. Completed year of service means 29 only you have to take. This 6 months and all you should not consider. So 1/2 into 29 into average salary you have to calculate. So average salary means, you know, it is 10 months average salary prior to the month of retirement. When he has retired, in the month of December. That means up to November, or from November you have to go back for 10 months. You have to arrive the average salary. Okay? Yeah. Yes. Let us calculate here. Now, suppose I am in November. So 10 months, if you go back, so November to April, suppose how many months will be there? This span up to December 9 months. So up to November means 8 months. So another 2 months I need. February, March. Okay, fine. Now, so April to November 8 months. What is the basic? 6,000, DA 1,200 plus under this third category you have to consider percentage of commission on turnover. 1% on 1 lakh. 1 lakh is the turnover, that is 1,000. So 6,000, 8,200 plus for February and March. Okay, 8,200 per month. This is for these 8 months. For February and March, if you see, there was an increment of 1,000 given in the month of April. That means basic salary for the month of March and February will be 6,000 minus 1,000. That is 5,000 only. That is 5,000 only. So for February and March, that is for 2 months, basic is 5,000, DA is 1,200, commission is 1,000, 7,200. So 7,200 into 2 into 8,200 into 8. So 7,200 into 2 plus total salary 8,200 into 8 divided by if these are all 10 months, so divided by 10 if you put, so it will come, so obviously 8,000 will come. So substitute 8,000. So in place of average salary, let us substitute 8,000. It will give 1,16,000. So whichever is lower you have to give as exemption. So 4 lakhs or 20 lakhs or 1,16,000. So 1,16,000 is the gratuity exemption. So out of total receipt of gratuity of 4 lakhs, 1,16,000 if you reduce, balance 2,84,000 is taxable. Students, hope you understood. Thank you for listening to my video. Thank you all.